Good afternoon to everybody here at Tabletop Baseball Plus. Checking out a live matchup here on this Tenacious Diamond King project that has taken a little bit of a hiatus as I've been playing a bunch of other games. But going to get this dusted off here and going to play this out. So, basic Stratomatic, the general high iron gamer plays. The general rules, if you will, behind this game are it's a King of the Hill tournament. This is the 16th game. Every team, so we're going to bring every team out here, assuming that no team that is the King of the Hill wins 5 in a row. So my idea was to do a tournament where if a team became the King of the Hill and then won 5 after that, they would become what I was going to call the Tenacious Diamond King, the sort of the ultimate King of the Hill. And this was just something to try and have a little more intrigue, excitement, and it's had its ups and downs. I mean, not too many downs, lots of ups, I think, or a good bit. Couple teams got pretty close, but so the Mets right now are the King of the Hill. They just beat the Rays. When was it? Like a month or two ago. So I say just. It wasn't just. It was. But in terms of the project, it was yesterday because we're kind of doing this in sequential order because we're having the team that's the King of the Hill also roll for rest, and they're going to use their full rotation of 5. So basically, for all intents and purposes, we make sure that we count it as sequential days so that the team that's King of the Hill does not really get too many breaks as far as if they do the rest roll. If a guy needs rest, they have to go to their bench and bring somebody else out. So, hello, Jerry Ball. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. No, I don't know. I don't know where I've been. Getting in trouble. No, not really. No jail for me. But let's get going here. So it's going to be Tanaka for the Yankees. So my TBL league was the 2016 season, and we have both of these teams in that. So there'll be some players that you will recognize from each team, obviously. And if you're a Yankees fan or a Mets fan, you'll really recognize them. But this is from the 2015 season. This was my original TBL, was run off of the set. I'm kind of getting a second wind from these guys. But again, basic Stratomatic. So we're going with no frills, no chills, no spills. It's going to be quick and dirty. Hey, Salvador America, welcome back. And let's get going. So the Yankees, they're going to send out against the Mets' number 2 pitcher, Jacob deGrom. They're going to send out Ellsbury in center to lead off. And then they're going to send out Gardner in left. And then Beltran in right. Teixeira first base. Then McCann behind the plate, Headley at third, Gregorius shortstop, Stephen Drew the second baseman, and the pitcher Tanaka will bat ninth. No A-Rod. We are not using the DH in Citi Field. If the Yankees win this game, then they would be the home team at Yankee Stadium, and they would be using the DH, and then you probably would see Alex Rodriguez. Now the Mets, let's just go through their lineup real quick. It's going to be Granderson in right, and that's really weird. Granderson in right, and then right at third base. Who's on first now? Anyway, Murphy at second base, Cespedes in left, Duda first base, Lagares center field. Wilmer Flores needed rest, so it's going to be Ruben Tejada at short, and then Kevin Plawecki the catcher, and deGrom the pitcher. Happy Strato to you too, Trent. All right, let's see how this works out. Yankees at Mets, Subway Series. Out in Queens for this one. Maybe heading back to the Bronx, you never know. There's a 3-7, and Ellsbury hits it on the ground to third base, and David Wright throws to Duda for out number 1. And The lefty Brett Gardner now. It's going to be weird with these guys not using them in terms of the left-right splits. Been playing that other league in super advanced mode. So 5'10" is a grounder to short. So already an X check, and it's going to be the shortstop Tejada. He is a 3. 3 and 11 is an out. So he makes a good play there. And now 2 down. It will be Carlos Beltran, guy with some rather bad headlines here in the last couple days. There's a single, so that should make him feel a little better. Kind of has gotten embroiled in the Astros junk. So, and here is Mark Teixeira. He was injured for a good bit of the last part of the 2015 season, but he gets to play because we're going with the way it is. But that's going to be a fly ball to right, and underneath it is Granderson, and the catch will be made. So no runs on a hit for that one. We'll go to the bottom of the first with no score. So going to take our time here. DeGrom has a good first inning, and that would be Tanaka out there. So here we are with Granderson facing Masahiro Tanaka. 5-7. That's a strikeout. 1 up, 1 down. David Wright. So the Mets put up 12 against the Rays. 6-8. And that's a fly ball into right, and Beltran will scoot underneath that and grab it out of the air. And Murphy with 2 outs. There's another 5-7, which is another strikeout. You can't see the 1 there, but that will be a 1-2-3 inning for Tanaka. So no score going to the second. Feels good getting back to some baseball here. It's been a while. Getting kind of stretches where you do a game and then you kind of burn out, fizzle out, and go move on to something else. That's why it's nice when you kind of get a hold of a bunch of different games. There's Mike McAllister. That's a guy I know is going to be getting in on some Mets action here. There's a couple of Yankees fans out in tabletop baseball world, so we'll see if they happen in here at some point. Here's McCann. 5-5. That's a 1-9 homer. Almost a 50% chance. Can they get a low number? No, it will not. It'll be a fly ball caught out there by Granderson, and that's 1 out. A long, loud out for the Yankees. Headley. 4-4, and he hits it on the ground to Murphy. Murphy sidearms it to first, gets it in time, and now Didi Gregorius. 5-3, that's a 2-out walk. Not going to be stealing here with these guys. It's going to be Stephen Drew. 6-5, strikes him out, and that will retire the Yankees in the top of the second. And leave Tanaka to lead off in the top of the third. Don't steal signs. Yeah, that's the new time to take your drug test, men. All right, here's Cespedes. 1-7. That's a fly ball left in Gardner. Played it right on the money. Excellent positioning, and makes the catch. Duda. There's a 1-9. That's another fly ball, this time to right, and Beltran. He has to move a little bit more, but still no problem for the veteran. And now Lagares. 4-5 strikes him out. So 6 for 6 for Tanaka. We're going to go to the third, no score. All right, so yeah, third inning. Kind of a quiet first 2 innings. No runners moved past first base, and Tanaka, there's 5-8, fly ball to center field. He makes contact, but that's not going to get past Lagares. So 1 down, and it will be Ellsbury. 2-8 is going to be a grounder to first, and Duda. The 1B, well, he's a big guy, but we'll say he's able to lumber down there and just beat out the speedy Ellsbury. Probably could do a 3-1 there, but Brett Gardner. 6-4, grounder to third. The third baseman is David Wright. Not quite as rangy as he used to be. A 3 and a 1 at third base is a single. So Gardner gets on, and with 2 outs, you know he's going to be trying to get along. So let's see. Plawecki's a 2, so that means you subtract 3 from the A, which is 1 to 15. So you subtract 3. That's 1 to 12. Can he get to second base here? And it's a 10. He does. He sneaks in under the tag, and they've got a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. So let's see if Beltran can put the Yankees on the board here. There's that 5-8 again. We've been getting that quite a bit. That's a fly ball to center field, and again, that'll be Lagares. So 1 left for the Yankees in the top of the third, and we'll go to the bottom. Again, no score. Anyway, Mike McAllister asked about if I've heard from Strat Delaware. Seems like there was a video of him playing chess recently, but so I don't know. Maybe he's being held hostage or something and being forced to, he's a pawn in somebody's cruel game. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Here is Tejada, bottom of the order. 4-9. Ooh, 4-9 is a magic bullet. Oops, I just tipped that over. Didn't mean to. It is a 1-3 triple 4-20 double. And it is a 3. So that is a triple for Tejada. Tejada had no triples in real life, but he gets one there, and that's going to give the Mets some early chances here for runs. Plawecki, the Yankees will play back and look for an out here. 1-8, grounder to third, ground ball A. If no runners are forced, the runners have to hold. So that is going to be a grounder to Headley, who throws to first. And in time, Teixeira then looks over to third and keeps Tejada close. So DeGrom up. They're going to let him swing away. Don't want to nullify this runner at third. That's a 1-5. You can't see the 2, but that is a grounder to short, and that's another A. So the grounder to short means, again, the runner has to hold. So now it's going to be Granderson with a runner on third and 2 down. I mean, the squeeze play might be the play, but let's see if Granderson can get something done here. 2-9, and he strikes out. Oh, that's a shame. No runs, 1 hit, and a runner left at third. Maybe should have tried the squeeze. I don't know. Tough call. It seems like the squeeze rarely works, but in the situation where you've got good pitching, might have been worth a gamble there. So, alrighty then. It'll be Teixeira leading off here. And there's the 612. No DH, so we don't have to worry about that potential problem. But 612 is a grounder to the pitcher. DeGrom tosses it gently to Duda. And now McCann. 4-4. Grounder to second base, and Murphy gets the job done with that. Now Headley. 2-7 strikes out. You're welcome, Jerry Ball. And with it being basic strat, let's see if we can fly on this a little bit. You know, I'm doing a little bit of commentary. Let's just see if we can get this game cooking. So here's David Wright, bottom of the fourth. Still no score. 5-9. That one is smoked, and David Wright gets a home run off the pitcher card. Tanaka gives up the dinger. Solo shot. 1-0 Mets. In the fourth. Takes him deep. Absolutely drubs it. Here is Daniel Murphy now. 1-0. You want to keep those feels going here. There's a 6-10 that's grounded to second base, and Drew makes the play. The visiting Yankee fans unhappy with that home run. They said they thought they heard a bang in the dugout. Thought maybe somebody was looking in. I don't know. There's 6-9. That is another potential problem for the Yankees. 1-9 homer for Cespedes. Can it be 2 out of 3 in a row? It's not going to be. It'll be a double. Tanaka getting touched a little bit here. Now runner at second with one away, and it's going to be Duda. Another 6-7 this time. That's a ground ball to second base. X. Drew with the 2. 2-13 is an out with 1 runner's advance a base. So that will move Cespedes to third with 2 outs, and it'll be Lagares. Shaken and bacon. Here we go. 4-5 strikes him out. To retire the side, but Metropolitans get 1, and the home team goes to the 5th in front. Okie dokie. 5th inning. 5. Here's Gregorius. 2-11. He hits a sharp shot, but right at Murphy. Got a lot of it, but just great positioning by the second baseman. And now Drew. 2-4, and that one is hit deep. It is driven, and it is gone. That's going to tie the ball game at 1. Stephen Drew with the big crank, and that's a 1-1 game. 1 out shot. So, both teams on the board now, and it'll be Tanaka in a 1-1 game. Coming up, that's going to be 2-8. That's a strikeout. 2 gone. We'll be back to the top of the order, and Jacoby Ellsbury. And he is going to go down on strikes, but scratch a 1 into the old 5th inning slot for the Yankees. And we'll see if Tanaka can hang on to this lead now, bottom of the 5th. Okay. We're just about to the end of January. These months just fly, don't they? So Tejada tripled in the 3rd. 2-6 and 2-6. He's going to be 2 for 2 with a single. Right up the middle. And now Plawecki. Plawecki will... He's going to bunt here and do a little bit of sacrifice. Are they going to do sacrifice? Nah. Yeah, with the pitcher coming up, why would you do that? And not with... Not this early. Nah, you're just going to swing away. It could be a double play ball here. Could hit and run. Tejada, not a very good stolen base guy. Let's just swing away here. Could be a double play. Let's see. 4-6 strikes him out. All right, so now the sacrifice for DeGrom here. Just add these two together. It's a 5. Batter's thrown out by the pitcher. Runners advance. So that's going to be a 1, we'll say 1-4. As second baseman is covering the bag. And now it will be Curtis Granderson with a runner at second. 2 outs. We'll see if he can get a single and knock this guy home and take the lead again. 4-7, a 1-10 is a single, but only 1 base advance. And he does get the single, so it's going to be first and third with 2 outs. And it's going to be up to David Wright, who's already gone yard once. Can he do it again? Tanaka in a little bit of trouble here in the 5th. First and third, 2 outs. Granderson probably not going to steal here with the runner 90 feet away. Here we go, Wright. 6-10, that's a grounder to second base. And Drew makes the throw to first. And the Yankees skate by the skin of their teeth. And it will go to the 6th inning with a 1-1 game. Okay, DeGrom on his going on his 20th batter. And that will be Brett Gardner. So, Gardner with a 4.8, a strikeout. That is the 4th strikeout for DeGrom. And now to the middle of the lineup, Beltran, Teixeira, and then McCann if either of those guys get on base. 5-7, another strikeout. That's 4 in a row now. After the dinger, and now Teixeira. 0 for 2. And a 2-11 is a walk. Boy, he just misses a home run roll. So gets on base. McCann, a chance for him to maybe go yard and grab the lead. We'll see. 2 outs. Not stealing. 2-8. That's a single. They're going to hold Teixeira up at second. And so that's going to bring up Chase Headley with 2 on and 2 outs. Big chance here for the Yankees. Chase Headley, what's he going to do here? 1-10, that's a grounder to second base. They are not playing with the infield in here. They're playing with them as far back as they can. And they would not be holding Teixeira at second. So that is a grounder to second, which will retire the side. All right, bottom of the 6th. Still 1-1. There's been a lot of it's been a while since I've seen this banter, but a lot of wondering about holding runners on and how it affects those chances, especially in basic strat. And for the purposes of this game, I pretty much play, say I hold, with 2 outs, I'd probably hold anybody B and above, maybe C, and not at second base, probably, that's for sure. I know in real baseball, and so I'm trying to be consistent with this project, because in real baseball you pretty much hold everybody unless it's late in the game. So in that case, that would be a hit, but it's not the way I've been playing this game, and I want to be consistent. So I do play it like it is a strategic point, because I think that's why they created it in the game that way. So Murphy against Tanaka here in the bottom of the sixth. That's a grounder to second base. Drew with some work here. Makes the play. Now Cespedes took one deep, hit the top of the wall before, just came back in for the double. 2-8. Oh, there's a chance at a triple for him. 1-11. Let's shake it up and let's roll. There it is. Cespedes gets into third with a triple. 90 feet away, and it's going to be due to up. Five, six. That's a fly ball to center field with a B, so that's going to be deep enough to score the runner from third. That's a sack. 8. Ellsbury, no play at home. In comes Cespedes, and that is a 2-1 lead for the Mets. So now nobody on base, 2 away, and Lagares. Three, 5. Well, that's a chance at a single for Lagares. 1-11. Well, there's a 5, so he gets on. Now, see, this is where it's like, C, do you hold him? You could steal the one. It's a 1-11 if he's not held. If he is held, with McCann being a 2, that would be subtract 3, be a 1-8. So you really should declare that before you're doing anything. So Lagares would have a chance if you don't hold him. So they will not hold him. And we're just going to play it straight up. He's not going to try to steal here. It's probably worth a shot. It's just above a 50% chance. So Tejada, 5-4. Well, that's catcher's card, which could end up being some kind of a passed ball or who knows what. So McCann is a 2. There's an 8. Safe at first on a dropped pop-up. Runners advance base. So that's going to be an E2. And we're going to start thinking about some bullpen activity for the Yankees here pretty soon. So Plawecki with 2 on, 2 away. 3-5, he will strike out, which will end the 6, but they do get a run. Hey, Arnold. Thank you. It is so far so good. It's been really tight, really good action. A little bit of discussion on maybe a potential controversy, but hey, just having fun with this anyway, right? It's all for fun. This stuff already happened before, you know. But you just never know. All right, so DeGrom, this may be his last inning. I'm going to get Alex Torres warming up, just in case. And I got Gregorius, Drew, and Tanaka. So that means the Yankees are probably going to be pinch hitting for Tanaka here. So they will get Justin Wilson warming up. And Gregorius, 3-7 is a single. Leadoff hitter on. Brings up Drew. .201 average, 271 on base. Let's sacrifice, and then we'll bring in A-Rod to hit for Tanaka or something like that. Somebody. So a little sacrifice bunt here. That's a 10 though. Batter is safe. Leading runner is out. thrown out by the pitcher, so that's going to be a fielder's choice. 1-6. And so that didn't go the way they drew it up. Tanaka will have pitched 6 innings. And the Yankees are going to pinch hit with in this case, they're going to use Greg Bird. Just save Rodriguez for a little later. Might have been worth Rodriguez if they got that runner to second, but with the runner still at first, let's go with let's try and hold on to the power for later. So, yeah, let's see. So, DeGrom against Bird. 5-7. That's a strike. He strikes out. So, there goes that theory, or idea. And now it will be Ellsbury up with Drew at first. 5-2 is a fly ball to right field, and DeGrom is going to be able to finish the 7th here. So that will be it. I know Mr. Jerry Ball is not a fan of taking pitchers out, but we're going to do it here. So that will be Justin Wilson. No relation to Brian or the other Wilsons and the Beach Boys, but and so that leads into DeGrom leading off here, which that well we could let him lead off, but may not be too bad of an idea either. But they're gonna let Conforto lead off here. DeGrom not the worst hitting pitcher in the world, but so DeGrom goes 7. And the pinch hitter will be Conforto. All right. Hey, Larry. Chilly, rainy, Northeast Ohio. Here we go. With Conforto leading off against Justin Wilson. Actually, I forgot to write him down. Wilson. We're going to do 1, 2. There, sorry. I needed to make sure I wrote him down. 6-7 for Wilson is a strikeout. So Conforto is gone. Oh, now Granderson. 6-9. Okay, well that's 1-2 triple. It's 12. That's a single. 2 for 4 for Curtis Granderson. It's going to bring up David Wright now against Wilson. 4-4 is a fly ball to right field that will be caught by Beltran. With 2 away, it'll be Daniel Murphy. To 11. That's a liner right at Teixeira to retire the side. So we're going to go to the 8th, and we are now in bullpen land. All right, so it's going to be Torres. It'll be Gardner will lead off against him, not Ellsbury. Still 2-1. Mets on top. And yeah, they're gonna use Torres here. Could use Addison Reed or anybody. 4-6 is a walk, so not the greatest way to start that. They're gonna have to hold. They will be holding Gardner. That takes him down to a 1-12. Beltran. 5-9 is a strikeout. Teixeira. One 5. Can you see it there? There's the 5. 1-5 is a strikeout. And now they're going to send, with McCann up, they're going to send Gardner. He's a 1-12 again. So, and he gets the 20. That is caught stealing. So that's going to retire the side. Trying to get him into scoring position. Neither Beltran or Teixeira could do it. So it's going to come down to the 9th. So they're going to get Familia up. Warming, and Yankees fans are probably unhappy about me sending Gardner there, but just got to play it the way you think it's going to help, and I thought that would have helped. Decent chance of getting with 2 outs, getting into scoring position, then maybe you score him. Okay. Bottom of the 8th, Yankees will go to Betances here. Try and keep this game tight. Could be facing Cespedes. Ooh, getting a little close to the edge. All right, so here we go with Cespedes against Betances. Okay, 4-6 is a walk. Duda. 5-6 strikes out. Lagares. 3-10. Grounded to third base. That's going to be a double play ball. 5-4-3. All right, we're going to the 9th with Mets having a 1-run lead right at the edge. It'll be Familia coming in to face McCann, Headley, and Gregorius, and maybe A-Rod. Okay, so here we are with Brian McCann against Jeurys Familia. Can the Mets close this one out? 3-3. That's a liner, but it's hit right at Murphy, and he makes the play. Big boom. Now Chase Headley. I think if you get to Drew, you may go for A-Rod here. We'll see. 5-6 is a strikeout. They need a runner. Can Gregorius get on here? He's been on twice, a walk and a hit. 2 outs. Ball game on the line. Can Didi Gregorius come up with a big hit and move this right along? Let's see. 1-7 is a grounder to third base. Up with it is right. He throws to first and just beats the runner. That will be it here at Citi Field. The Mets do hang on by a final score of 2-1. Intense pitching matchup here. You had how many hits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits for the Yankees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits for the Mets. So probably a fair result. 1 error for the Yankees, none for the Mets. And let's see, I'm not. Well, we can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 left on base for the Bronx Bombers, and for the Mets, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left on base. Winner is going to be DeGrom. Lost to Tanaka. Save Familia. So, yeah. Oh, no. Okay, well, so that is it. We're all set here for I don't know. Yeah, getting a little bit back into baseball. I've been playing, I think I mentioned in a different in the last video I did, I've been playing a lot of the football second season. I've got one more in week 8, and I'll probably try to do something on the channel here with that. I think it's Tennessee and it's not Jacksonville. Maybe Tennessee and Chicago. Not the greatest matchup, but Tennessee is in the lead currently in the standings. Just finished up Bills against the Chiefs, and Chiefs won. Just kidding. Of course, they're in the Super Bowl in a week and change. So, and yeah, I got to get back to some golf too. So there's that. I know that's been a while. I know there's a few followers here on the channel that like golf. So we'll get that out here pretty soon. Maybe next weekend. What's up next in golf? That's a great question. Whoa, hit the wrong button. Let's see. Oh, I can tell you in about 20 seconds here. Oh, we'll open this up. And then I will put it over here. Maybe. Yeah. Noise. If you can see it. How can I enlarge that? View. Oh, here we go. Maybe we go with, let's try like 150. All right, so you can see there, event 10. Hang on. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, there we go. What we can do is we can do view, freeze, up to current row. That'll make it easier for you, I think. Oh, there we go. Yeah, see, so we're up through, let me drop one more. So you can see here, Samson Peterson won the Tinseltown Open. We're now moving to the Florida swing. Arnie's Tourney. That's the name I picked for it. Great golfer. Arnold Palmer was always known as the Arnold Palmer Invitational, but because that's probably copyrighted, I will only mention it in passing and instead say it's going to be Arnie's Tourney at Ocean Knoll. That's Bay Hill, you know. But yeah, so that's a new event on the tour, and then that will lead us up to the Sawgrass Championship with the famous Island Green. Then we go over to Innisbrook, Copperhead. Then we do make a quick trip out to Texas for the San Antonio Lone Star Open, to then be followed by the Masterful at Champions Course in Augusta, Georgia. So first major of the season, all that good stuff, you know, all the fun. Oh, wrong button. All the fun, everything. But, you know, there's still some work to do before we get to that. So, you know what, while I'm at it, what if I just get back here to this guy and, well, here, we can do this. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm going to put in here, this was a 2-to-1 game, right? So, 2-to-1. So you can see the Athletics are up next against the Mets. They now are They've defended once. So they go Athletics, Padres, White Sox, Rockies. So the Mets have a favorable run in here. So you never know. That's probably about the best we've seen here in a while. Now, see, this is my little drive. This is where most of my project info is. So this is the current standings for the Tenacious Football League. As you can see, Tennessee. Now, you have to understand there are buys, and I didn't do any kind of like a schedule to try and balance out how many buys have been had where. So Tennessee is currently a game behind everybody else in terms of play, except for Carolina and Miami. Carolina and Miami, I think they've each had a bye. They've each had 2 buys, so they won't have any the rest of the season. Tennessee, like I said, will be playing Chi-Town. I believe that's my next. We can bring it up here and see Titans Bears week 8, and then we go on to week 9, and then the Raiders will have the bye. It'll be Panthers, Jaguars, Bills, Dolphins, Titans, Ravens, Bears, Chiefs. So, yeah. But, yeah, you see here Buffalo at the bottom. Not the way we drew it up, but I will say they just played Kansas City without Sammy Watkins. See, now I gotta be mindful. Right now, Kansas City does have Sammy Watkins. Back in 2016, the Bills had Sammy Watkins, except he was on IR at that point. So they didn't have him. They didn't have Robert Woods. Now on the Rams. Went to the Super Bowl last year, but he was a Buffalo Bill when he started his career, and they didn't have him for this game against the Chiefs. So they were really scraping the bottom of the barrel. They did have Marquise Goodwin, another guy with the 49ers, although I think he may be injured or something. So I don't remember seeing his name too much with them in the playoffs. So he might have gotten hurt. So, obviously McCoy with the Chiefs. I don't know if he's going to play. I think he was inactive against Tennessee. So, in any regard, that's where that stands. I'm going to try to get one of these second season games on the channel. So, we'll see how it goes. Obviously, Tabletop Earl, he's in the midst of a project around the Tigers. It's a tournament, so he's looks like 4 games into it, and looks like it's garnering plenty of interest. So definitely check his stuff out. He's always got good, concise projects. Don't take a ton of, not like my projects, which seem to go on for years, but. But anyway, okay, well, this Diamond King one won't, but let's cut this off now. We're about 50 minutes. If you could give me the old thumbs up in the like section of this page, that would be great. Would love it. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. You'll get information when we go live or when we post a video. Feel free to comment, email us. I'm tenaciousstrat@gmail.com. But you leave a comment, we see them all. We don't always respond, but we try to see them, and we try to if it's a question that really needs answering, and that's not to do anything with anybody's comments, but sometimes we see the same questions multiple times, and I try to give a fair comment when, a response when I feel like a comment is really pertinent. So feel free to do that. Hopefully we get back to you. And thanks a lot for watching. See you soon with another game here on Tabletop Baseball Plus. See you then.